Hello guys, and welcome back into another episode of the Assassin's Creed Origins Discovery Tours. Today we are going to be looking at the Great Library of Alexandria, which is the building in front of us. So let's have a look.
Welcome to the Great Library of Alexandria.
It's an amazing building, isn't it? Oh, little missed the first one.
Near the district of royal palaces and within the Moseon was the most famous library of all antiquity. The Library of Alexandria was built to house all of human knowledge. At its pinnacle, the library was believed to contain over 700,000 parchments.
700,000. Now that's quite a lot. Mind you, this is back in the days where I assume, I'm not expert on this, I'll assume there wasn't that many libraries in the first place, and then you get this one, which yeah, basically at the time was a storage of all the knowledge of that age, really.
Throughout the centuries, fires and wars between Christianity and paganism destroyed the library, leaving nothing behind. The loss of the building, and more importantly, its vast collection, is immeasurable. As no descriptions are available, the team's rendition of the Library of Alexandria was inspired by the visuals of the Library of Chalcis at Ephesus.
So we actually don't know if it looked this way, but that's the best idea we can have, really, based on the information we have at the moment. Again, I'm just checking out the graphics for the moment, guys. 1 second. Because it is absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's go in.
While much of the collection was purchased at the government's expense, the library also obtained books through other means. Any books owned by travelers coming through the city were seized to be copied for the library. The copy would then be returned to the owner, and the original entered into the library's collection.
Interesting. So they won't give you your own book, because it was original, they'll just make a copy of that book and give you the copy. Because why not? And I guess that's what's going on in here. Copying the books. Definitely on this part, this guy is definitely doing a copy of something else. So that's what's going on in there. Let's go to the next station.
Alexandria offered unrivaled intellectual and cultural attractions. Eminent scholars from Athens, Rhodes, and other Greek centers traveled to the city to learn and engage with other free thinkers. Both the Moseon and the library were at the center of groundbreaking ideas and creative expression.
Of course they would. I mean, this must have been a very famous city back then, and everybody knew about the wonders. I mean, there's one standing right there, as you may have seen, the lighthouse, and that was a rarity. And then you have this one as well. And the whole city was really a jewel of that age.
The great minds of antiquity were usually well versed in many disciplines, which were often associated to specific schools of thought. The Peripatetics, the Stoics, and the Cynics were among the most well-known schools of the time. It is clear that Alexandria lived up to its fundamental role as a city for intellectuals. nurturing many great minds whose impact reverberates through our modern world.
So this is just my guess, but I think that's where we get the definition of cynic. I do just think that was the negative thinkers, essentially. I will know about more of these Stoics and what was the other ones as well. What's going on here? Probably just booking.
Hypatia of Alexandria was a Greek mathematician, philosopher, astronomer, and inventor. Though born in Greece, she eventually migrated to Alexandria, like many great minds of the time. It is there that she became the head of the Neoplatonist school of Alexandria. From most accounts, she was highly respected by her fellow Alexandrians, both as a teacher and a philosopher. With her death, the age of great ancient scientific discoveries came to an end.
And there you go. Woman, a scientist, and she was responsible for so many findings. When she died. It was pretty much over. So I bet you didn't know that.
Callimachus was born in Cyrene and educated in Athens. After his studies, he moved to Alexandria to work in the Great Library. A poet and a critic, he strongly rejected the epic format of Homeric poems, and instead fervently supported a shorter, more judiciously formulated style of poetry. His epigrams and elegiac poems were emulated by later poets. His work was extremely popular, second only to Homer's own works.
Just looking at the details on that pole there. What do you call it? This a pedestal? Oh, quite amazing. I was wondering what was this statue about. Now, what did I do so that I can't run anymore? For some reason. Oops. No mind that. Not really sure. I can't run anymore. It's not a problem though. Let's look closer at this room. The ceiling.
It was in Alexandria that mathematician Euclid, the father of geometry, wrote the Elements, laying out the foundational work of what would become modern algebra and number theory. Euclidean geometry would become one of the most influential systems in the evolution of mathematics.
There you go. Here is where the math started. No surprise.
How do you calculate the circumference of the Earth? With a camel, 2 sticks, and shadows cast by the sun. This is what Eratosthenes of Cyrene described in his principal work, Geography, while he was director of the Great Library of Alexandria. He is credited for the invention of the armillary spear around 250 BCE.
I would like to know the answer to that question. Not sure if something I missed out something there, but what is this? Oh, is this? However, I'm not really sure whether is it a hole? I guess we find out from this side.
The
Wow.
earliest known and most complete armillary sphere of antiquity was the Meteoroscopion of Alexandria, with an imposing 9 rings compared to the 3 or 4 of most other astrolabes. Known as the zodiac Krikatoi amongst the Greeks, the Meteoroscopion was used to determine the location of celestial bodies around the Earth. Every self-respecting astronomer of antiquity would have sought to use this tool to better understand the celestial movements.
There you go. Something I didn't know about again. And this is very interesting. So I was expecting the light on this side. Yeah, that must be a glitch in the graphics, I guess. Or maybe something that I'm supposed to know in the game. Easter egg. Well, like, let's have a better look at the sphere. Very interesting.
Pythagoras of Samos was a well-known and respected philosopher and mathematician. He is best known for the Pythagorean theorem. However, there is proof that the theorem existed in Babylonia and India long before Pythagoras was born, casting some doubts as to who exactly originated the theorem.
Well, what was the theorem? No, again. I already forgot. Maybe in this device. Let's say interact. No, that's something else. Well, either way, I hope you enjoyed. I just noticed we can actually interact with those. 1 second. Okay, so that was the can't pronounce it. Pythagoras proofs. Yeah. Oh, okay. So it tells us about certain things. What did I do so I can't run? Is there more of that stuff in here? There seems to be another glitch. Yeah, it may have been graphical glitch. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.